Send Castro in real fast.
Castro, please come into the studio for the love of God. Please.
Castro, we were afraid to send you out for food.
You should be afraid.
Is that right? You wouldn't do a good job with it?
Absolutely not.
You're a spitter.
No.
I'll eat it one. Maybe I'll drop it. My arms are weak.
And she gets to be in the building. And a guy like Matt, who was unbelievable.
Hungry. He just...
We couldn't keep.
He went after it like an animal. And he should have
I don't
had
like
it.
to send girls out to get food.
I
Is that like
respect
is that like a prejudice though? Is that like a bad thing?
No.
You think it's good not to send girls out?
Yeah.
Girls are lazier?
No. I mean, if you wanted me to go, I'd go out. It's kind of cold out, though.
No, you're right about that. It is kind of cold. See, Chris, I don't like to do it.
No,
That's
see,
my thing.
It's fine. It's cold out. There's plenty of women walking on the street. It's cold out. They're going to and fro in the city. It's fine.
Castro, you're underselling women. You act like, well, I'm not going to be able to get to Lexington because I'll stop at Tiffany's on 5th.
She's right, though. I mean, I'd rather someone was honest. And so
I personally don't want to go out, so I will respect your decision and keep me in here.
She doesn't want to do it. She's not a go-getter.
It's a bad thing saying I don't want to do it. You realize that, Castro?
I'll go and do it, but if you're asking my honest opinion...
I like getting her honest opinion. I don't think it's something for girls to do to run out and get food.
I don't
Maybe
think
I'm
it's
too
like
old
a
school.
girl thing.
None of our girls have ever done it. The guys are always like, I love to run out in the street. I love to get out of the building.
I realize that. You do that to Vito.
I do it to Vito all the time. He tries to get back as fast as he can. Then I cheer him, and it's like a great... And it's always been like that. But I never liked sending Molly out, and she didn't want to go either.
But the weird thing is, if it was like, oh, we need someone to go do some grocery shopping, that would be fine for a woman to do.
No, I don't want to do that shit either.
I don't know where that comes from.
I don't appreciate that.
I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Like, there's
What's
a double
the difference
standard.
between
There
going to
isn't
pick
a
up
double
groceries?
standard. We'd never send a woman out of here to get groceries.
Why would you need groceries?
Because we have an intern who won't go get food. So we have to do it ourselves.
Fez just took it back to 1950s misogyny. It isn't about that. I think of it more, Chris, as a safety issue. I don't feel... That girl just got raped the other day in Little Italy, laying next to her 7-year-old.
That's a horrific story.
I don't want to get raped.
I don't want her to get raped.
I didn't bring my rape underwear today, so...
No one's going to rape her in broad daylight. There's going to be people around.
It happens.
I noticed that the interns this semester are as enthusiastic as Chris Stanley, meaning nothing. They're just very like, I don't want to... I can't really do it.
You got to be hungry. I
am hungry.
I jumped at the chance when I was an intern to go,
Breakfast
what do
was
you
at
need?
like
What do
You
you need?
did.
What
You
do
did.
Please tell me, what do you guys need? I'll go get it. I was going uptown to fucking Dinosaur Barbecue or some crazy shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
we'd send you into Harlem.
A couple times, actually. Kept sending.
Really?
There's a lot of soul food that semester. It was awesome.
Soul food's the best.
Yeah, well, we're getting burgers
We
on
can't
the
get
side.
any because we have a female intern that we don't want anything bad to happen to.
Ron, I'll go to Harlem for you. I'll go to the deepest crack of Harlem.
Those, and if you're going to do that, they'll get something else I need you to pick up from France, okay? Don't even open the bag to see what it is. All you got to do is put the money in the bucket. They're going to pull the bucket up. They're going to drop some product down, rat hole that, and get back here. They will deliver to this place at 3?
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they'll deliver. I'll tell them this needs to be here at fucking 3 o'clock.
I want you or Fez to go down to meet them, though. I don't want this poor girl in this lobby.
What's going to happen in the lobby? She goes
She's
in.
my
I could get raped in the elevator.
She's my pampered princess.
I'll go down and get the food, and I promise I won't get raped.
You never have. That makes me feel comfortable.
That is a promise you will keep.
If that's going to... Here's what I love that's going on. HR is keeping this kid out today, right? But they won't even get involved in our investigation of Blue's e-cigs that are missing.
Their priorities are all fucked up. Excuse my language.
That's a serious issue, too, because you had a bunch of cigarettes.
Thank you.
Like, how does that just walk away?
Well, Chris has a lot of friends.
No, I don't. I'm not giving out anything to my friends.
Hey, Cam, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, guys. Just wanted to let you know, apparently it was the first snowfall of the year in Nova Scotia last night, and Frankie McDonald has a full report waiting on YouTube for us.
He always does. Michelle can come in here if she wants.
Come on in.
You're allowed to come in here, darling, at any time.
It's a party.
Hello.
Hi, come on in.
Come on,
Have
come
a
on.
mic. This is the radio business.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Oh.
It's a
By the way,
pleasure.
how's Tim settling in? Is he
He's the
doing well?
best around.
Yeah. When I was telling Michelle this before, when we go into that office, it's like being in a New York sitcom with the two of you.
Well, it's a couple of silver spoons.
All right, so we've got this terrible person on the hit list. And they won't let him in.
They will not let him in.
Now, do you know what his crime was?
I heard what you said on the air.
Yeah. What happened is he was here twice doing an internship, and I guess he fudged something on his college internship and got through. And it's only after 6 months when we said we wanted to hire him that they find out that he didn't get credit or anything. And that was his only crime.
He didn't. No bestiality.
No bestiality, no violence, no anything. He just didn't get a college credit.
He didn't wear blackface.
And I guess what happened there was that he embarrassed the person who okayed it to begin with, and they worried about their job.
So this is just revenge.
There's a lot of egos at SiriusXM.
Well, the HR department is very, very difficult to work with.
And do they know he's been here like several times, including last September? Like 2 months ago?
I regret to inform you I do not know that.
Well.
I would love to have a different conversation with you guys right now.
Well, you feel sad about this, don't you?
I think, am I allowed to say bullshit?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Sure.
I said that. I mean, but then again, I don't know. I'm not, I'm so sorry.
We always thought of you as the fix-it person.
I ran to 19. I saw where the person was, and I couldn't go in there because she was meeting with our head of our company, so I didn't do that, but I found someone else, and that's when I found out the answer. Oh, God, I hate this. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, me too.
Because he's a really great performer. And the weird thing is the company could have really used this kid. But even beyond that, we just wanted to let him come in and plug his comedy thing that he's doing at UCB.
At UCB East?
Yeah.
I heard he's really good.
He's really good. He's also a phenomenal cartoonist who's worked with people that are on Saturday Night Live now and done cartoons for them, worked with people who were on movies. This was all stuff that he was going to do for us as part of his job.
Well, then let's plug it up. What's his website?
Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it all. I just wish
I'm
that
so
we
sorry.
could have him. Okay.
I regret to inform you.
All right.
Of this decision.
Thank you so much, darling. You're the best.
No, you are.
You are. You're the best.
You're the best, Michelle.
You're the
Bye.
best. You're the best.
You're the best ever.
You're the best.
Bye, Michelle.
Best.
It's so sad, isn't it, Josh?
That's really sad because she works so hard and wants results.
Okay. Well, he's on the no-fly list.
I guess I'll text him and say, get out of the building before they, I don't know, gun him down like the dog that he is.
Give him a cavity search.
Here's my real hope. That Matt goes on to be the next Louis C.K., and they want to do a town hall with him, and then he won't do it.
That would be amazing.
I was just talking to people, especially with these comedy guys. You want to catch them on their way up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody wants Aziz now. But you could have had Aziz years ago to be in any station. He would have been glad. And it isn't that long ago. You know, probably 6, 7 years ago, you could have had him. You could have made him a regular.
Understand supporting the young guys.
Right.
They give
Well,
him a
remember
voice.
when O&A brought in Bill Burr? Nobody knew him at the time. And now he's like the hottest comic out there.
He's over everything.
That's where you got to
Breaking Bad.
catch him. And who's he loyal to? He's going to be loyal to O&A, the guys who first sold him. Craziness, though.
It's logic. See, that's using logic.
And in the meantime, Sam can run around with that hair. Well, it is what it is, and we'll keep plugging them. Here's Doug in Boston. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie. In the 80s, in Boston, there were a gazillion production companies, and I was a intern for one of them. And I had to do everything. I mean, from getting coffee and doing all kinds of bullshit. Fortunately, though, the guy I worked for was a major perv, and so I spent probably about a week logging tapes for a multi-camera shoot in the combat zone at the Naked Eye, and it was a spec deal, and so I got to look at naked women for like over a week. It was great, but yes, I still had to suffer to get through to the other side.
Well, Doug, your story helped us zero. It helped us zero. The young lady doesn't want to run out and get food. We're going to have it delivered here today.
Delivery.
Because I don't want her out in the mean streets of Manhattan. She's a suburban girl, and this is a safe zone.
Safe zone. Safe zone.
Maybe what I can do during the show is send out Chris or Fez to do some of these things.
Well, that's the intern's job to do it.
Fez, when you came into radio, what are the things that you had to do?
I went and got food constantly, on a constant basis. Let's see, I was head shaving. I think I lost my eyebrows at one point. Anything and everything.
How about you, Chris?
Anything Ron and Fez need, I do. And that's how you have to treat these things, Castro.
Now, I got to tell you how I broke into this business. It was awful. I had a comedy club, and then they asked me to come in and start co-hosting a morning show that went to #1.
You poor thing.
Yeah. And every time I turn around, they're throwing money at me. We hit some kind of bonus. So I know what you kids are going through today. Believe me, I do. Believe me. Oh, yeah, and then record guys kept coming in with party packages.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break? Are you all right, Fez? You're all upset?
I'm just trying to hold my tongue.
Do you know what it is like for me, though? When you're dealing with the HR department, it's like you're dealing with the weather. You know what I mean? Like, here are the bosses that can't get it done because they have no control over the weirdness of this. It's like the guy who gets upset and starts screaming because there's a thunder shower on his vacation. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's disheartening.
This is part of working in America today. Greg, in Baltimore, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie? How you doing, man?
I just have to tell you this. I looked over. Fez honestly has his fingers holding on to his tongue. It's when people say holding your tongue, I don't know how much they meant it.
I do.
God, that's disgusting. All that fur's on your finger now. What can we do for you, Greg?
Oh, Fez is one of a kind. I was an intern for Baltimore. I was an intern for Mickey Million Spiegel, which is a morning show out here in Baltimore. And then I got hired as assistant producer. And man, I'll tell you what, they put me through the ringer, man. I've done, stunts is one thing, but the tasks are another. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, no one believes that you can get anything big done if you can't take care of the little stuff. You know what I mean?
The little stuff, like making sure that I put a big cheeseburger on my belly, or putting Bengay on my balls, or any of those things. I mean, you gotta prove your worth. That's all.
It's true.
You prove your worth by putting Bengay on your balls?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that people used to get into radio, by being the stunt guy, the flipper of the show.
Sure.
The position that Flipper invented and all the other shows start to pick up on. Because then people would be like, this dude will do anything. He's the best. He's crazy. You know? And then the interns that would say, like, look, I know that you think that I can't do this creative thing, but look how many times I went out and got you cheeseburgers and breakfast, and look how I took care of your dry cleaning. I'm telling you, you can count on me. The weird thing, the guys that do that kind of stuff are the ones that want to become PDs, because they worry about everything.
Details.
Here's Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, $1 million.
Good.
Castro, you got to do what you signed up for. I don't want to drive 600 miles today, but it's what I do. And
It's too far.
you went off on Beef yesterday because he giggled a bit, and you're not saying anything about an intern that doesn't want to do the menial task that she's been given.
She doesn't want to do it. It's
You
not
don't want
something
me to do it. You don't want me to do it.
It's not something she wants to do. I don't want to see her feeling happy, and I don't want her crossing traffic.
Crossing traffic's fine.
See, you know where you made the mistake, Chris?
Seth.
You left it up to me. A real producer should be like, Ron, here's something that just appears magically. You don't even have to think about it. I want $55 today. This should be the best day of my life.
It's going to be great.
How did you guys think that he could get that done?
I thought he could get it because I thought with Michelle helping him.
You know what I like about Michelle, though? She's a stand-up person. She comes in here and says, I feel bad, but I could not get it done. No. That's why I will always respect her. Where Chris Stanley will say to me, I didn't steal your e-cigs.
I didn't. It's the truth.
I think I have a strange thing with women, though. I really need to break it, where I don't want them in, I don't even say harm's way.
Well, it's hard.
It's a rough thing
You
for
want
me.
to protect.
Yeah, but that's a
Protect her.
terrible thing, right?
Why is that terrible?
Okay, so you're happy with it.
See, it's hard for you to break that thing when you have Castro playing the defenseless female role and relishing it.
Relishing.
Yeah, well, then it works out for everybody.
Not trying to change Ron. I love him just the way he is.
See, all of our roles are comfortable where they are.
This is a safe zone.
It is a safe zone.
And we need to be who we are.
Right, I will agree with that. Let's work to our strengths.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But you're an intern, and one of your jobs is to go get food if there's an order for food. It's just a basic.
If you guys tell me to do it, I'll do it.
Go get the food. Just go.
Where's
We're going to
the
give you a
food?
food order. I'll give you an address.
She's not going to get the food. You already blew that chance, and you owe me $5 as it is. That owes me $50. Where's the $5 at?
I have to go to the ATM. You're going to get the.
Well, hold on.
It's where the e-cigs are.
This is the. Oh, she's right.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, the laziest intern in the world, busting my balls.
You know what? She did. At least she never stole from me.
I didn't steal from you ever.
I actually am very happy that she's upfront about what she's willing to do and not willing to do. And I'm not like Fez or you. No. I didn't break into this business by running out and getting people burgers.
At times, it was mostly soul food, to be honest.
God, I did like soul food.
It's fucking great.
I mean, when's the last time we had chicken and waffles on this show? That's what we really should. That should be our focus.
Where do you get chicken and waffles here?
You got to go uptown.
You got
up to Harlem, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. You're not going to go anyway.
We go to Amy's, and what was the other place?
We went to Amy Roos, and what did you say, Dinosaur?
No, not Dinosaur. No. The chicken and waffles is another spot. It's really, really great. I don't want to say they're better than Amy Roos, but...
Sylvia's?
Yes, Sylvia's. Good call.
Yeah, but that's where I went that one time.
God, it's the best. I don't know why the soul food people go, by the way, macaroni and cheese is not an entree. It's on the side. So enjoy that with your chicken and waffles.
Hell yeah. This is delicious.
And then greens are exactly what, Fez?
I believe it's the top of the turnip green.
I had no idea that. I just thought it was like a nice vegetable.
Collard greens?
The collard greens would be the green from the top of a collard? Is that it?
It must be.
Here's a collard green.
All right, so that's different. That's not the top of anything.
No, it's just that's its own thing. It's a collard green.
Looks like lettuce. It's good.
Oh, that food's great.
It's really good. Have you ever had West Indies food?
I have, and it's delicious.
In Brooklyn, like on Nostrand and Flatbush. Such good food there.
Here's John in Nebraska. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Fez. Hey, Pecker Lips. How's this any different than hazing that you guys were just going off on yesterday?
I think John in Nebraska is right about this.
This isn't hazing.
It's emotional.
She signed up for it.
It's emotional hazing.
It's things that were gone over in the intern interview that would need to be done.
You guys were sandbagging the fraternities. What's the difference with this?
She's right. He's right.
This is supposed to be a learning experience about, this career in media and radio and everything. I didn't know that picking up a burger is going to help me become successful in the radio industry.
Like this attitude.
Well, why don't you give her the reason, Fez?
It's working your way in. It was everything explained to you when the internship was offered.
But forget all that. What is the truth? Why was her running out and getting burgers when she doesn't want to? How would that help her become better?
It's part of the running of a radio show and what the hosts and the producers need, and making sure that all of that is covered, whether it's headphones or burgers. It's making sure that a show has everything it needs. It falls under that umbrella.
I don't know if that's a reason, though. I see how that works out for the show, but what would the learning experience be for her, Chris?
It's just being able to take an order and execute it and bring it back.
No matter what the order is.
Yes.
That's your point.
Yes.
So you can become a get-it-done person.
Exactly.
Because, when you're...
I can become a trained dog.
All right, see what she's saying? She's a trained dog now.
No, you're a human being that we know we can trust.
You're trying to break her.
No, I'm trying to
Trying
show
to
her.
train me.
Yes, that's what it's called. An internship is when you get trained.
To be your lackey.
Don't need a lackey. I just need an intern that can follow orders.
Intern, lackey, slave, dog.
Okay.
All
If this slavery's so bad, then why are you coming in every day or 2 days a week?
I love you guys.
Shows.
Why are you guys being mean? She's just making a point. She's a very creative young
having
lady.
A conversation, guys.
Yes.
Because she's setting things back for young ladies.
For young ladies, by asserting my independence and saying that I don't want to be your bitch means that I'm throwing the times back for women, right?
By saying you can't do the jobs that
now, I'm not saying I can't
interns
do the job. I'm saying that I don't want to do the job because I don't think it's going to teach me anything.
You said you don't want to pick me to do this.
You know what I say? Preach, sister. I like where you're coming from. I think you turn these two guys back and let them know it's not working out this way. What was that for, Chris? You start to type something?
I got to write you a note.
Why?
Fuck Steph.
No, I just say it on the air.
Get Castro out of here.
No. I said thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I do not want to go past what we were told.
Yeah.
Somebody in the building offered to get him into the building. But make sure that the iBang gets the plug for his thing, and let's plug this show. And, here's John in Baltimore. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, what's going on with these interns and these up-and-coming professionals? What's wrong with going out and getting a burger or a cup of coffee? Guess what? Earn your keep, then you succeed in life. What, do you want to be spoon-fed your whole life?
Spoon-fed by learning how to become independent on my own and not taking these opportunities and saying, oh, if I do all this bitch work, I'll eventually become successful because they'll respect me because I was their bitch for a while, instead of them trying to get something creative out of me and learning that, oh, shit, she has a mind. She has things to say and things to learn and things to do, and not, reflect off of whether she can get a burger or not.
I love it.
So every person that's working their ass off as a delivery person or a waiter or wait staff in this city, they're bitches.
That's their choice to do that, but that's what that career
was your
entails.
Choice to take this internship, and this is part of it.
To learn how to produce a radio show.
Do you feel like you're learning, though?
I do feel like I'm learning, absolutely.
Here's Jeremy. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Man, that's part of the job, bro. I retired from the military. I used to have to take out the garbage when I first came in, and I wasn't a fucking garbage man. This little brat is just like my fucking teenage kids with their sense of entitlement that they shouldn't have to do certain things. It comes with the fucking job description. You're on the bottom of the totem pole, so do the fucking work. And then if you can't get a burger right, we ain't going to let you produce a fucking show if you can't get a burger right, so shut the fuck up.
Oh, jeez. See, this is what Castro has to deal with today.
But since me and Chris lost the bet, I'm buying lunch for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, the interns, Pips, Chris, you, me.
Oh, hold on. By the way, you're saying that you're buying the lunch for everybody. It's really my 55.
So you're buying it with your winnings.
Yes, I am.
So
I should bet you guys every day.
So when we get the lunch order together, and let's say someone still needs to go get it, but it's not going to be Castro. Castro still expects somebody to go get her lunch, to be a bitch and get her lunch, which would be included in the entire order. So someone's got to be her bitch, even though this job is too menial for her.
Here's Mike the trucker. You're on the Run of Fez show.
$1 million there, Ronnie.
$1 million.
I got a fucking problem with Fezzy here. Wasn't he the one that was bitching about Richie Incognito and them guys that picking on them younger players that happen to do all their dirty work?
It's exactly right. This is exactly the same. It's a very interesting thing because, Fez, what you are saying, what you guys are putting Castro through, you're saying is good for her and good for the team and good for the industry.
Because you guys did it too. You guys feel like, oh, because I did it, now you have to do it too.
Right.
I feel like that's a huge problem in the way that this country works.
Castro is not an offensive lineman on the show. She is the person whose job it is to pick up the pads. Teams have that person. That's her job on the team right now.
But if we said to her, we want you to come here, you're going to be here for 3 months or whatever, with your college credits, what we want you to do is just run back and forth for lunch for us, she wouldn't want to do that. What she wants to do is the stuff that she's got to do is learn how to put on a radio show, learn how to be creative.
And I'm so grateful for it.
She's been doing a great job at that.
Then why didn't you ever stop Vito from doing it?
Because Vito's his own person, and he will learn by himself.
We treat the interns so awful with all the airtime they get. Why didn't you stop Vito from going out and running and getting food?
Here's Dan in Florida. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Hey, this girl's really fucking irritating, and she acts like she's better than everybody else. And what's up? You don't want fucking equality? You want you?
All right, hold on. Let me just say this. This is the misogyny that Fez is instilling in people and his jackboot followers.
I'm for equality. All the interns running on errands.
But because I assert myself.
Right. Because you assert yourself, and once again, misogyny
and
has to come
question
in.
this.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a tradition. This has been going on for years, but why
it's
is
not
that?
a tradition.
Yes,
it's
it is.
the
You
job
guys just
description.
said that this is because you guys
the job
did it too.
description.
Just because you yell doesn't mean that you're going to get your point out over
That
me.
is true. She's not Vito. She's not going to be intimidated by you. Let's go over to Travis. Travis, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Internships were created to be humbling on purpose. That's because most young 20-somethings need to be humbled a little bit before they can actually learn anything. Because a lot of them know everything. I certainly did when I was that age. That's why you go get the burgers, because you humble yourself. And
Can
then
I just say this?
Why do we need to be crippled as human beings? Like we come out of high school.
And crippling
Well, no,
anyone.
we come out of high school and college.
No, Chris, she's being hobbled.
We come out of college with the world in our hands, and the world is our oyster.
No,
and then,
you don't. You
and
come
then-
out of college in debt and not having a job. That's what you do getting out of
that's
college.
horrible.
you haven't
It's
developed
horrible. And
any
then,
of these skills.
and then our spirits are killed, and then we're put into these positions where we're taught to be, obedient dogs, and we have our masters and everything. We have to do and say what they say, and then we have to work up the ladder again.
Crazy talk.
She's. You know what? I'm going to tell
You're
you guys
killing my
something.
vibe, man.
Let me tell you something about this girl. I think she's Spartacus. I think she's leading a slave revolution right now.
My name is Castro, and I will start the revolution.
Here's John. John, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Sal, why don't you do your job?
Jeez. Rob, in New York, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Yeah.
Actually, I like the way Castro looks at things. It's not. I don't think she's looking at it from an objective that she's just too good for that, because I think she can recognize both sides to what the internship entails. But I think true leaders kind of stray away from tradition and they make their own path, and I gotta respect her.
Thank you. I like you. I respect.
She's
her a
an
lot.
innovator.
I know what I'm
lazy.
No, I know what I'm capable of, and it's
lazy.
not, you know.
You don't seem to be confident in the fact that you're capable to go get a food order.
Chris,
That's what it seems like.
are you
Obviously, I'm
mad that you
capable.
didn't think of this when you were our intern?
Yeah.
No. When I was an intern, I was until 3 in the morning cutting up best stuff, all right? I did everything that was needed, even things that weren't asked of me. I just jumped in and said, please let me do this.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've gotten the respect of the company that you deserve?
Maybe not all of it, no.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I feel like, I've been busting ass.
Mm-hmm. You'd like to be recognized for it.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe the reason why they don't recognize you is that you were running around like a dog, picking up stuff for us to bring back.
Yeah.
If you don't
was not
assert
dog
yourself
like.
and assert respect and demand respect, you're not going to get it.
He just gave me the worst look, like he wanted to kill me.
Yeah, I was.
Here's your food from Dinosaur Jr., Master.
No, I never said master.
What's that
said
bit
Ron.
from It's Always Sunny? Can I get closer to the hole, sir?
Oh, see?
So just so we know for the end of the show, is it too demeaning for you to take some of the equipment back up to the office where
No,
it goes?
absolutely not. I do that with
how
joy.
come?
Because
How
I
come?
learn how to set it up. I learn where to put it back. I learn that this is what it needs to go into the production process of the show.
Well,
On
you
the
can learn
show.
where-
Yes,
you can
that's
learn
part
where-
of the show.
You can learn where Clark Stanton is today.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I'll
Perfect.
do it for you, no problem. If that'll make you happy, if that'll put me right in my place where I deserve to be, sir.
Oh!
Thank you, sir. Give me more, sir.
She's got you, Chris. Why are you so mad?
Do you want to smack me?
Don't, Chris. That's
I'm
what Patton did wrong. What?
Chill the fuck out, because otherwise I could get in trouble for the fucking shit that I would like to say and throw across the fucking room for her saying that shit to me. You know, I'm your fucking mentor, and you have to fucking... Actually, there is some degree of fucking respect here. And saying that shit to imply that I would fucking want to smack you, and it was a comedic... attempting to be fucking funny.
All right, why don't you take a walk? You're very upset.
I
you
am.
already
I'm
know.
gonna take a
There he goes. Hey, Chris. Why don't you head over 55th and Lexington and get...
I will. I'll
No, I don't want...
Hey, Castro, because you're so fucking lazy, I'm going to go get the fucking
I don't
food,
want you to.
And I'll be back
I don't want you
at
to.
3 o'clock.
I don't want you to.
I fucking feel like I'm going to fucking lose it.
I don't want you to. We're going to have them deliver. Just go ahead, take your walk, because you're really furious. There he is. He's walking it off. What you're really mad is what everything that happened with Matt today. You're mad about... I know. You're mad about that. Because you got to be careful when you get him fired up like that. This misogyny thing that you get into, it could be dangerous.
Well, that's Castro bringing it on herself. By saying, I'm a little lady and I'm too good to do these things.
I just showed that I'm a
Don't be
little lady,
misogynistic.
right?
Don't bring up... It doesn't matter whether she's female or male, Fez. Scott, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ron, I just want to say Castro's due for a name change here, and I suggest Des Bryant. She's telling him pick up your old fucking pads. Rookie camp.
And you know what? There's some truth to that. She called us out on, is this necessary? D in Michigan, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I understand having to do the little things in the internship, but when talking about this, Fez has had multiple heart attacks. Why does he need a cheeseburger? He needs, like, baby carrots.
You really should get something like rabbit food, Fez.
I've been eating rabbit food. I've dropped a ton of weight, and I said earlier, I haven't had a burger forever.
Yeah. That would be like me saying I haven't had a drink forever. I'm going to celebrate this by running out, get myself a cold one. Here's Jordan. Jordan, you're on the Run of Fez show.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, we're missing Castro's main point here. She said that she didn't want to go get the food, but that she would anyway. I think that's
absolutely I would.
Yes.
Absolutely I would.
Yeah, you know, Castro, that it might be a shit thing to do, but you would go do it.
Absolutely I would. Never saying that I wouldn't. Do I want
absolutely.
to? No.
Yeah, of course not. Who the
Do I
hell
want to
wants
put Bengay on my balls? No, I don't have balls, one, but
I would never do that Bengay stuff either.
I
think
heard
they do
it's
it to you, don't
awful.
they? I think it's like what the Fez types, the bullies on the show,
What does it
do
do to your balls?
burns.
It just
burns, yeah. Like a lot of times, even like when you're playing sports, and they'll
I
like,
just know it
give you a rub
smells
down
really bad.
if they get it even too close. Like it could be on your thighs, but it could be too close and get that burning sensation.
Wow.
Here's Mike. You're on the Ron and Fez show. Mike.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Castro, I'm sorry, but you have to pay your dues. You have to walk in, you have to get beaten, you have to do a couple of things that suck. Sorry, that's the world. And Ronnie, I know you're puppet master.
What are you talking about? The young ladies turned some things around. I'm sorry that I'm not part of Fez's anti-woman thing.
Why do we?
I'm not
just
a bully.
anti-Castro.
A lot of people are actually anti-Castro. But why do we have
I actually
to do
like
things?
the real Castro
You like
better
the real
right now.
Castro?
All right.
That's
really
that's
bad.
a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little risky to
that's,
say. Yeah.
That's anti-American Fez.
Yeah, that is anti-America.
Luke, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie, how did we go from a very talented intern about to come on the show, but unfortunately would be able to be led to the building, to Castro, who is just a nightmare to listen to?
Well, it's HR, I guess. I mean, it's what they value. You know, she filled out her forms correctly.
I did.
Matt didn't. UCB Fred made a mistake. Where's Chris now? Is he cooled down a little bit?
I think he's still walking.
I've never seen him walk out of the studio before, but he really needed to, because he was balling up his fists and biting his own lips. Pete, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, I can't. Oh, the sense of entitlement with this new generation is really out of hand. Okay, the whole idea of an internship is like an interview. They're interviewing you for a job. All I can tell you is I wouldn't hire this girl because she's argumentative. She can't follow direction, and you got to start at the bottom and work your way up. I'm sorry, and if I was hit, I wouldn't come back until 4 o'clock. To be totally honest with you.
He's gonna miss lunch.
If we ever get it. This should be the happiest day of my life. I want an easy 55. Honestly, pick your pockets.
You won it like in record time.
Oh,
too.
yeah, it was an easy bet to make. Because I've dealt with those people before down there. There are... all right, somebody sent me a thing, the list of 25 celebrities who had horrible jobs before... Oh, Andrea sent this. Before they became famous. But what about all the people who had horrible jobs and never became famous? And just ended up staying in their horrible jobs?
Just slaves of society.
Oh, wait. This is how bad this list is. Harrison Ford is down as a carpenter. I got very little respect for anyone who doesn't respect carpentry. And I believe he's still doing it. This is one of the greatest crafts you can learn. Here's Eric in Dallas. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
You said Eric?
Yeah.
Hey, I think Fez is bullshit on this because he just said how the interns get so much airtime, but the reason they get so much airtime is Fez can't do the fucking job he's paid for and talk on the fucking radio.
Like you're doing your job right now, stopping to call a radio show.
Well, I hope people do that. I would like them all to do it. This turned ugly fast, Fez. You really got your anti-woman crowd out on this one. Do you have to put up with this kind of stuff all the time, Castro? Or you refuse to?
I refuse to.
Good.
Because of the way I was raised. Like, a lot of people say that my generation is entitled, but it's because we were raised by people and by families in a society where we have the world as our oyster, and we don't have to do what our parents did because our parents have worked so hard so that we can progress and do better than what they did. So how can
you ever be able to say to yourself that if you went and got these burgers, it'd be almost like letting down your parents' immigrant story? You know what I mean? It would be almost like saying...
Because they worked hard.
Yeah.
They worked hard so that I could have a better future. No, not so that I shouldn't, so that I can learn from what they did and progress. But
Sounds
how
like you
can
haven't
I
learned anything from him.
No, I learned how to become independent and speak my mind and, work for what I believe in. And defend myself and my beliefs.
Sorry, Masata doesn't like that. Chris, you're back in the room now?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to come back in and do your job?
Mm-hmm.
You were so furious earlier.
Yeah, I still am, but I'm trying to control my emotions.
You're not going to like it any better in here now.
Alex, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah. If she's not going to go out and get cheeseburgers, she should at least run around in a bikini or something.
Fez, you
Make it
people are
worth it.
disgusting. Seriously, you and your type are disgusting.
If this became anti-woman, I want to remind everyone that's woman singular. One particular woman.
Just one.
Mm-hmm. Like when someone says they're anti-gay, but just that gay, you never get upset. Someone said that Castro makes Dana look humble.
She makes Dana look great.
That can't even happen, can it?
Oddly enough, it did today, November 13th, 2013.